So now that we have Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Legends ZA coming soon, where could that lead the Pokemon Legends formula? Now, Pokemon Legends is a really awesome innovation to Pokemon. It's not always the same dry formula, but also it adds a little bit of innovation. But where could the next Legends game take you? Now, I have a feeling that we could be seeing it in the Alola region. Now, hear me out, hear me out. We haven't seen a new game in the Sun and Moon era in the longest time. And Sun and Moon weren't, the greatest Pokemon games in the world. They weren't the greatest. They didn't take full advantage of the lower region. But imagine the fact that we can re-see some of those Pokemon. We can re-see the region in a Legends game where you're able to take this anywhere you want. Anyways, let's get straight into it. So, anyways, if you can take the Legends game anywhere you want, you can go on the go. And also, the formula of Legends is pretty great. It already is pretty fantastic. And now with Legends ZA, now this isn't the everything that we've wanted from a Pokemon Legends game. Who wanted to just go out and explore to your heart's content? Collect things, capture things, and do all of that stuff. The fun Pokemon Legends experience. But it did improve on some of the battle mechanics. So instead of just sitting there clicking one button, you can finally actually dodge, roll, attack, fire, whatever. You can do all of those things inside when you're battling. So that right there is really cool. But if we mix and match all of these things together, make it either open world or a semi-open world game like we got in Legends Arceus. And you can either take all of the Generation 7 things, like maybe each island could be its own separate little world, little island, and you have to take a boat to the next island, to the next island. Generation 7 would make Pokemon Legends Arceus really, really special. It would be a truly special Legends game. And honestly, imagine the power of the Switch 2 and what it could provide. It can instantly load up all the islands. It can instantly load up different Pokemon across the world. And that right there is truly special. We can finally see the return of the Beast. We can finally see the return of Solgaleo, Lunala, and Pokemon that haven't really seen the light of day since, the Generation 7 games. So overall, that right there would be pretty great. I honestly hope that we can see a Pokemon Legends game inside of Aloha, because Aloha is a really underrated region and it had so much to offer. But if it was inside the Legends formula instead of a Pokemon Sun and Moon kind of gym little crystal hunting shard bearing game, it would have been something special. And I honestly hope that we see after Pokemon Legends ZA and see how that turns out. Maybe it's going to be the best game in the world. Maybe it's going to be a sad little letdown. But whatever the case may be, if it is successful, then we can see some of the battle elements, some of the elements that made the game special. Maybe Pokemon is not letting on to what's going to happen in those games yet. So we still have a little bit of leg room to say, all right, so this is what we want in a Legends game. This is what we want. This would be cool to see. Either this is inside of the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee art style, or inside of the most graphically enhanced visual update of a Pokemon game. But overall, I think that the features, the mechanics that this game could bring would be truly special. Because Alola really wasn't utilized. It wasn't utilized properly because the islands, you just wanted to mash through that as fast as possible to get to the final island, so you can either, if you're playing Ultra Sun or Ultra Moon, to get into the wormhole so you can get the shiny hunting. But you weren't really looking around all the islands and seeing, okay, there's a Pokemon there, there's a Pokemon there. If they get rid of all the trails, if they get rid of all the routes, then you can see a awesome Pokemon game. You can see the full utilization of Alola. And honestly, I want to go back to Alola. I want to see what there is. Now, I don't want to go back to Alola in the Sun and Moon era, because that right there was a mess. But if it was in a natural Legends kind of game, a style of gameplay, Imagine the possibilities that that game could bring. It could bring so many possibilities because Legends Arceus was a really fantastic game. Now, was there a lot wrong with it? Yeah, but it was really an experimental. And now that we have Legends ZA, that is the second part of the experiment. We're going to try to lock everyone up in the city and have fun. But if that fails, maybe we'll see the multiple different islands. The islands in Aloha. There was at least 5 different islands that you can go onto. And some of them were hard islands, some of them were easy islands, and some of them were just like, hey, have fun, go out there. Maybe it's going to be hard, maybe it's going to be easy. There was a whole bunch of things to collect. There was a whole bunch of secrets. There was different kind of ruined temples. And you know how great that would be in a Legends game. You go out and you're like, okay, so there's a mystery here. I got to get myself my grass starter Pokemon or whatever. And I have to place it down on this pedestal. And I open this up and boom. The door of fates opens up and you walk in there and you're like, oh, hello there. So there's a legendary Pokemon I see in here. Anyways, you got to do an entire trial for it. But the point is, Legends would truly be special with Alola. I think the next Legends game should be in Alola because what other regions is there? Are we going to be seeing the return of Black and White? Well, I mean, you can make it open world in that world if you wanted to. Maybe Kanto? There's too many Kanto games out there. Okay, how about Hoenn? 90% water. Okay, so Sinnoh? Well, I mean, there's a lot of bush. See what I'm saying? Alola truly is that. If you wanted to keep it a semi-open world game, this game right here doesn't have to be open world. Just customize the islands. You had all the islands. You had everything going for Alola. That's what I'm saying. Everything is perfect in Alola. Different islands have different things. You had the snowy island. You had like a volcano kind of manor island. You even had just the beach, nice southern front of beach. And you even had Random Tree Island. But overall, the point is, there was a lot of different islands. And you could repurpose some of those shrines, some of those boss temple things. What the heck do you call them? The big, strong Pokemons. You can retempest them for a legendary could sit there. Or you can do the trial again, but this time around, it's going to be in the Legends format. And also, there's going to be a legendary Pokemon there somewhere. And the point of the Legends game, which is pretty much catch every single Pokemon, could be to, catch all the Pokemon, but also get some of the legendary Pokemons that are stuck inside of this evil time realm or evil time warp or something like that. I thought that Pokemon Sun and Moon had a lot of potential, and the islands that they were on were pretty fantastic. There was a lot of different things to do in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but the gameplay was poorly executed, and I think that's why the game is regarded as the worst Pokemon games ever. But if they put it in the Legends format, imagine the potential. Imagine the possibility of that. I really thought that the Dark team was pretty cool. Maybe we can see that inside of this Legends game. But overall, this is just speculation. This is just like me hoping for something that's probably never going to happen. But if it does happen, you know how cool that would be to finally see the Legends formula happen on Alola. Alola would be truly special, and I hope that this happens because I honestly loved Alola. I love the formats. If we were ranking them based on the map of Pokemon, not the gameplay and not the thing, Alola would be really, really high up there because I thought that there was a lot to offer in this region. So, yeah. If we got this in the Legends game, I think that this Legends game would be the best Legends game that we ever got. Instead of moving backwards, like Legends CA looks to be going backwards, we're going frontwards. We're going to the highest peak that we possibly could go to. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that you enjoy this speculation content. And anyways, thanks a lot for watching and maybe theories as well. There's a whole bunch of different content. It's not just Pokemon. As it's also a whole bunch of things like Zelda, Nintendo, and theories about different video games. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. With that being said, hope you have a fantastic day and see you in the next one.